Hi, this is my first YouTube video. Well, actually, I'm not sure whether I'm going to post this video on YouTube or not. We will see. In this video, I'm going to talk about my English learning journey. The reason I wanted to make this video is that before I record this video, I was watching a YouTube video, and it's about three effective way of learning English. So the YouTuber mentioned about her English learning journey, and the best method works for her. So when I was watching that video, I thought about why don't I make a video as well? I mean, I learned English for 10 years back in school, and I've been teaching myself English for the past year. I have a lot of pains and gains in this English learning journey. So, yeah. Um, so, like I said, I learned English for 10 years back in school, 3 years in middle school, 3 years in high school, and 4 years in college. Actually, I majored in English in college, which I always felt embarrassed to admit that because I could barely speak English after I graduated from college. So when I was a student, I didn't like English at all. I had difficulty to remember vocabularies, grammar rules. I I didn't get good score in English exams. I never use English after class. I never read an English book. And the reason I major in English, it was because of my father. Before college, in college I wanted to study Chinese and history, but my father said something like, "What are you going to make a living after you graduated from college?" So because of that, I changed my major into English, but during those 4 years, I was not happy at all. Also, I had this English trauma. It was in the first year of middle school. I think it was on the fourth or fifth English class. The teacher asked us to do this dictation test, and the teacher say some vocabularies words, and we students need to write them down, and I failed every word. The teacher asked the students who failed every word to kneel on their chair. I remember I was sitting in the first row and I was kneeling on my chair. Even though I couldn't see everybody, but I felt like everybody was staring at me. I felt the shame, the embarrassment. I remember I just wanted to shrink the tiny dot and hide away from everyone. I don't know if this incident has something to do with my later poor performance in English. In life, there are so many things happened, and you do not have tools to measure the damages, right? So after I graduated from college, I had several jobs. They all required a little bit English. I never thought about to teach myself English after I graduated from college, after I work. And fast forward to last year, I started to teach myself English, and it all happened randomly. I didn't have a very clear goal or purpose to learn English. I was just one day I was scrolling my YouTube page. I came across this YouTube video. It was how did I learn English, my English learning journey video. And the YouTuber was non-native speaker of English, and she speaks perfect English. I was intrigued by her story, so I end up watched a tons of how did I learn English videos. Because of this, YouTube algorithm keeps recommending me English related content, and because of this I discovered a lot of great teachers on YouTube. So I spent a couple of months watching those videos. I also spent a couple of months watching stand-up comedy. Later, I was bored the stand-up comedy. I discovered some Facebook group. They have like a Zoom meeting, so you can speak English, practice your speaking with people around the world. I also accidentally read read my first English book. After I wrote the book, after I read the book, I wrote the review. Then one thing led another. Right now I read like several books, English books, and wrote several reviews on those books. I also talk to my computer every day to practice my English speaking. I use some I join some Facebook Zoom meeting regularly in order to practice my speaking with real people. I try my best to read English every day. I read English news every week. I listen podcast every day. So far, I really enjoyed English. Yeah, so that's my English learning journey, and thank you so much for listening. Bye.